Hello, hello. So this is my buzz cut hair story. Why did I buzz my head? Why did I get rid of my hair that was all the way down to my waist that I've been so proudly growing for the last 7 years? And no worries, I'm not sick, not mentally, not physically. It's a funny story, and that's why I want to share it with you, because maybe it might help you now or in the future. So why would I ever do something crazy like that? It's actually related to my Christmas story. So if you noticed, I've been quiet for the last 4 weeks because we had our Brazilian family staying over with us in Paris for 4 weeks. Like, if you think you're getting quite zen and you're like, yeah, I don't have anything else to work on, I've cleaned up everything. Well, invite your family over for 4 weeks and you will get lots of new stuff to work on. Anyways, but it was great. And this is one of the best gifts that I took away from it, because we haven't seen each other for the last 2-3 years. And the first thing they noticed, like, wow, you became Rapunzel. Like, your hair is so long. It's so beautiful. Wow. And they also have a little girl. Like, we have a girl 4.5, their girl is 3.5 years old. So they wanted to like comb my hair, play with it all the time. And I was like, this is all about, and especially I'm sorry for like judgment and stuff, but what I noticed, especially with this family, like, it's all about the looks. And if there's a girl in the family, it's all about like, oh, you're so beautiful, and that, and do this and do that, it will be even more beautiful, and do a beautiful picture. And it was all about the looks. And I started getting triggered by that. And when we had the discussion, like with the mom of the girl, like, okay, and what are you going to do? You're going to keep your hair, like let it grow even more. And I said, yeah, well, it was always my childhood dream. But actually, and I realized, and I shared with her, my next dream is to just buzz my head, but I'm probably going to do it when I'm like 80 and I don't care about what other people think and who's disturbed by it or what they think about it, because when I'm 80, I'll be probably teaching yoga, and I'll be taking some Vipassana silent retreats in some ashram in India. So who cares? I can rock my hair like Pema Chodron, but that's for later. And we were laughing, ha ha ha. And then I went to bed that night and I couldn't fall asleep. And I got like the thought just ding in my head. And it was like, seriously? You are going to turn 40 this year. And you want to wait another 40 years of your life before you do what you want? You're going to care for the next 40 years again, like more about what others think than what you want to do? Seriously? And you're preaching all these women about how brave they should be and how they should stop like people pleasing and molding themselves into what others want them to be, just so that they don't stir the pot too much for others. Like, seriously? Why not now? And I started going through all my limiting beliefs that I used to have, but that I realized I do not have anymore, because all the work I've been doing, like, especially after I became a mom, so much of my stuff came up, and from my own mom and from my childhood. And I realized I don't have those beliefs anymore. I'm not tied by those chains of like worrying about what others will think. And then in my business, like, what will my women think? Like, that I went crazy. They will not like me. They will not want to be around me. They will think I went mad. I was like, no. The right ones will get it. They will feel inspired, and they will want to get that kind of like, how did you do it? I want the same strength, and I want, like, how did you stop not caring? I still care about my people that I love, but I don't care about their expectations. This is what's different. And you might have seen it in some of my emails that I was sharing, like, swap your to-do list for your to-be. Like, that it's not about how much you're doing, but how are you being? And that's where the shift comes from. I'll be happy when, like me, I'll be free and I'll be myself when I'm 80, when I buzz my head, to Who do you want to be? Well, I want to be free. I want to be me. And that's actually something I can do right now. So I realized I'm ready to walk my talk. And this is what my basket is about. And I love it. And I was bracing myself for all the negative comments or stuff that might come up. But I'm grateful for not having any haters yet in my circle. So thank you. But at the same time, it was also difficult to accept all the compliments and not have it go into my ego again, because I did not do it for the compliments. And it was nice to hear that people were saying, oh, you still look beautiful. But I'm like, I wanted to say thank you, but at the same time, sorry, but I don't need to hear that. Like, I don't need somebody else telling me that I look beautiful, because I don't care about being beautiful in a way. I want to feel myself, and I don't need anybody outside to tell me. So this is my next challenge of still how to accept even the positive compliments, not having to refuse them, but take it in without it affecting me. I hope you get it, what I mean, because this one is a little more difficult to explain. So why am I sharing? Because this is my reminder for you as well. Who do you want to be? So trash that to-do list, because it will come from your alignment with who you want to be, with who you essentially are. You've been just covering it. You might be covering it up with your hair. You might be covering it up with your weight. You might be covering it up with clothes or diplomas on your CV with your experience. What are you using as your crutch because you're afraid to show your essence? And what if you stopped using crutches and just do what you wanted? What would happen then? Who do you want to be? Yeah. So this is my invitation. If you would like to explore that for you, if you would like to talk about your, yeah, but, which there are tons of those, I'm sure, as there were for me, then you know where to find me. I'll be happy to talk. Because I feel like this is also an inspiration for my daughter. And I used to use my daughter as an excuse why I didn't want to buzz my head. So I was like, oh, she'll be disturbed and she's used to knowing me. And what if she will want to cut her hair? She will take her scissors and cut her hair. And then I realized, no, this is exactly why I need to do it. I need to do it for my daughter so that she sees her mom and how her mom feels about her body, and that I'm okay, that I love myself, so that she feels like she doesn't need the permission to love herself and her body, that she doesn't need to hang on everybody else's approval and expectations about how she should look to feel good about being herself. So, and she got it. She didn't want to cut her hair. She still wants to keep her little curls, and I'm fine with that. I will leave that decision up to her. If she comes to me one day and she says, I want to buzz my head too, I'll be like, okay, do you need help? So this actually freed up a lot of, I feel lighter, and not just with the hair not hanging around, and I can do my yoga inverted positions and there's nothing disturbing me. I love it. But I feel lighter mentally as well. I feel like I shed the weight and I realized that I'm further along. I thought I'd be here when I'm 80. that I would feel this lightness of being, but I kind of like proved myself that I can feel it already now. So what is it that you would like to feel? And what stops you from getting there now? If you need any help with that, let me know. I'd be happy to talk. So I'm sending you my love, light, and calmness. If you need it today, then get it right now. I believe it works even in long distance. You just have to be able to be open to receive it. So sending you my love. Take care.